In May 2021, all across the eastern United States, drivers found themselves trapped in unusually long lines at gas stations. Deliveries stalled. Many stations ran out of fuel completely, while others placed strict limits on how much desperate motorists could buy. Concerns spread quickly. People assumed a hurricane or a major physical accident had crippled the supply chain. The actual disruption began with malicious software. While most digital security breaches remain invisible to the public, this event escaped the servers and created a shortage millions of people could physically feel. This map shows the Colonial Pipeline. Every day, it transported refined petroleum products from Gulf Coast refineries all the way up the eastern seaboard. That constant flow of gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel powered family road trips, emergency vehicles, commercial trucking, and major airports. It served as a silent artery, operating largely unnoticed by the public. On May 7, 2021, Colonial Pipeline announced they were the target of a ransomware attack. To prevent the infection from spreading, the company halted operations. Modern society relies on a foundation of digital systems that only become visible when they fail. This organizational chart shows the model used by DarkSide. They functioned like a corporation, using a ransomware as a service model. This ecosystem divides labor into specialized roles. Developers build the malware platform, negotiators manage demands, and individual affiliates execute attacks, sharing profits back with developers. These groups use a tactic known as double extortion. They steal sensitive files before locking a victim out of their own systems, giving them massive leverage during ransom negotiations. Cybercrime has matured into a world of highly structured business operations. In this specific incident, the malware primarily infected the company's IT network. The physical pumping machinery itself remained functional. The system shutdown was a completely voluntary decision. Colonial Pipeline halted the flow of fuel as a precaution, giving their security teams time to ensure the digital infection wouldn't cross over into the physical control systems. This creates an agonizing operational dilemma for leadership. In critical infrastructure, operators must prioritize safety and verification, even when every hour of downtime triggers a regional shortage. The boundary between a digital incident and a physical crisis is often a human decision, driven by the need for extreme caution. As the shutdown dragged on, the distribution schedule fractured, regional fuel deliveries slowed, and the shortage became undeniably real. Images of empty pumps blanketed news broadcasts and social media feeds. The visual evidence of scarcity created deep uncertainty among the public. Drivers began filling their tanks and extra containers. This panic buying placed tremendous pressure on a system already operating on the edge. System resilience relies on public confidence. When that confidence falters, human behavior can create a crisis faster than the underlying technical failure. A massive coalition mobilized to restore the flow. Transportation officials moved fuel by road and sea, while engineers worked around the clock to verify and restart the pipeline. Eventually, the Department of Justice announced they had tracked and recovered a substantial portion of the cryptocurrency ransom Colonial Pipeline had paid. Digital forensics and financial tracking in these cases can take months or years. Investigators use international intelligence sharing and transaction records to follow the money long after the immediate crisis has ended. Recovering from a major breach requires deep cooperation between the private sector and national law enforcement. The fuel shutdown reached far beyond gas stations. It disrupted commercial aviation schedules, delayed nationwide food distribution, and strained medical supply chains. This prompted a shift in boardrooms across the world. Leaders in manufacturing, utilities, and healthcare had to reassess their continuity plans, questioning if they could survive a total digital lockdown. The technology and the threats will continue to evolve. The next defining crisis may begin with nothing more than a single, easily ignored digital alert. Securing these digital systems has become a direct matter of public safety and national security.